bargaining game. There's a buyer and there's a seller. Buyer wants a product which is costing $50 to a seller. Of course, he doesn't know this, that this is the cost to the seller, but buyer puts a maximum value on this product as $600. Okay. Now, buyer has two strategies to play. Either he can offer $100 to a seller, or he can offer $500 to a seller. If he offers $100 to a seller and seller gives him the product, then the profit to the seller is only $50. If seller rejects to sell this product for $100, then there is no payoff to the buyer and neither to the seller. If he accepts this, then the buyer has got the profit of $500 because he could have paid $600, but he is paying only $100. The other strategy buyer could play is $500. Seller could accept or reject it. So seller also have two strategies, accept or reject. Accept or reject. So if seller accepts this offer of $500, then the profit to the seller is $450 because cost is $50, the profit is $450, while profit to the buyer is $100. Okay. If he rejects this offer from the buyer, then there is no profit to the seller. Of course, there is no payoff to the buyer as well. Now, the question is that how to actually find out the backward induction equilibrium of this game. So what do we do is that you have to remember one thing is that both buyer and seller, they play a best response to the play of the other player. So if seller rejects this offer, then what buyer would do? Okay, or if buyer offers him $100, then what seller would do? So we'll see what exactly this means. And other thing which you will have to worry about is that you'll start from the last. What last player would do, then you will see what penultimate player would do, and then you will keep on doing this until you move to the last, until you move to the initial node. So there are three sub games here. The first one is this game. So let me just copy it, this game here, and the other sub game is this. Other sub game is this. Okay, now the first sub game. Okay, what will seller do if he has to compare between this 50 and 0? He will of course pick up 50. That means that he will pick up accept. What will seller do under this node? Picking up between 450 and 0. Which one he will pick up? Of course, he will pick up accept. Got this? So now what you will do is that you are going to cut off these nodes, which are the redundant nodes. You will prune these nodes, and what is left out in the game now is that your game looks like this. So there is a buyer now. He has two strategies. Okay, let me just use this. So he has two strategies. One is to give 100, other is to give 500. Then of course seller is there. Here seller is there. And we have also seen that what seller is going to do, that seller is going to play his strategy, which is to accept. And if he accepts, then this looks like this game, and 100 450. So out of this, what will buyer do? Okay, what will buyer do? So in case if he has to compare between this 500 and 100, he will definitely pick up 100 strategy. Is that okay? So if he has to compare between this 500 and 100, he will pick up this 100 strategy. So the backward induction outcome of this game is, I'm again repeating this, backward induction outcome of this game is, who is the first player in this game? Buyer. What is the strategy which he is picking up? 100. What is the outcome of the seller in this game? That is A. So this is the backward induction outcome of the game. Backward induction equilibrium of the game is, buyer has in this case only two strategies. I'll probably write it properly for you guys. Buyer has only two strategies, as you guys could see, 100 and 500. While seller has 4 strategies, conditional on whether buyer will pick up 100 or 500, whichever. So seller has 4 strategies: AA, AR, RA, RR. This is the strategy profile of the seller. And you have seen this, that in an equilibrium, seller is picking up AA strategy. AA strategy. And what is the strategy of the buyer? 100. So backward induction equilibrium is 100 AA.